Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. You know, when we hear about AI making predictions, it can kind of sound like pure magic, right? But honestly, it's not magic at all. It really comes down to precise mathematics and well-structured data. So today, we're jumping right in and breaking down the concepts from day 29 of our source material, and we are focusing entirely on the absolute core pillars of machine learning, classification and regression.
To set the stage, let's start with a really relatable question that's posed right at the beginning of our source. Can AI predict marks? Imagine for a second that you're a teacher. If an AI model looks at your students' study habits, their attendance, maybe their previous scores, can it actually predict their performance on a final exam? And if so, will it predict their exact numerical grade, or just whether they pass or fail? That central real-world question is exactly what we're going to explore as we unpack the tools AI uses to actually make these predictions.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Classification versus Regression. So to understand how an AI predicts marks, we first need to establish the two fundamental frameworks it uses. First up is classification. Just like it sounds, this approach sorts outcomes into specific categories. Binary classification, that looks at exactly two options, like predicting if a student will pass or fail. Multiclass classification simply sorts into multiple buckets, like assigning letter grades A through D. Now, on the flip side, regression is strictly for continuous prediction. It doesn't use buckets at all. Instead, it calculates a continuous number, asking questions like, what exact numerical percentage will the student score? Simply put, classification categorizes things, while regression calculates continuous numbers.
Moving right along to Section 2, Powerful Prediction Algorithms.
So how does the AI actually process all this data to categorize outcomes? Well, let's look at a real heavy-hitting algorithm, logistic regression. Now pay close attention to the name here because honestly, it's a bit of a trap. Even though it literally has the word regression in its title, it is actually a core algorithm used primarily for classification tasks. It works by analyzing the data to calculate the probability of a specific structured outcome. Think of it like the AI drawing a clear mathematical boundary to cleanly categorize whether a student is going to pass or fail. But what if we want to step up the complexity? Well, that's when we turn to the random forest. Instead of relying on just a single line of logic, this algorithm uses something called ensemble learning. Think of it like consulting an entire panel of experts instead of just asking one person. It generates a literal forest of individual decision trees, feeds your data through all of them, and then takes a majority vote to decide the final prediction. By relying on that consensus, random forest significantly improves accuracy and really cuts down on errors. It's a game changer.
Next up, Section 3, Evaluating AI Performance. Let's grade the AI's homework.
Because, let's be real, an unchecked prediction is practically useless. We have to know if the model is actually right. This brings us to the confusion matrix, which illustrates exactly how we measure success for classification models. When our logistic regression model predicts passes or fails, this grid tracks exactly where the algorithm gets, well, confused. It plots the true outcomes against the predicted ones, so your true positives, true negatives, false positives, and false negatives. It shows us precisely how the model is failing, which is absolutely crucial so we know exactly how to tune our algorithm. But wait a second, what if we aren't categorizing? What if we're using a regression algorithm to predict a continuous test score, like an 88.5%? Well, we definitely can't use a confusion matrix for that. And this brings us to a classic data science interview question highlighted in our source, explaining MAE versus RMSE. Mean absolute error, or MAE, simply calculates the average of how far off our predictions were. It's just a straightforward average of all the mistakes. Root mean squared error, or RMSE, takes a different approach. It actually squares the errors before averaging them, and then takes the square root at the very end. Why do we do that? Because squaring the numbers punishes large mistakes much more severely than small ones. Knowing exactly when to use MAE versus RMSE, that proves you deeply understand how to evaluate continuous prediction models. Bringing it all together in Section 4, Project Student Pass Prediction. All right, we've covered the theories, we've looked at the algorithms, so let's close the narrative loop and actually apply this to a practical case study from the source material. Step 1 is a guided student pass prediction mini project. We bring our student data together, select an algorithm like logistic regression, and use a confusion matrix to see how we did. Once you've got a handle on that, Step 2 is the practical prediction exercise assignment. This is where the training wheels completely come off. You take a raw data set, clean it up yourself, choose your algorithm, run the predictions, and independently evaluate your model's accuracy.
This is the exact moment where theory becomes a tangible, working AI application.
To wrap things up, I want to leave you with a provocative thought directly inspired by the quiz in our source material. If you were suddenly handed a massive, complex dataset of thousands of student records and you were tasked with predicting their exact, continuous final grade, which suitable algorithm would you choose? And importantly, which metric would you use to evaluate it? Think back to those core differences between classification and regression we just talked about. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and keep exploring the fascinating world of AI prediction.